They're going to go, brothers, keep your personal opinions to yourself. Brothers, there's so many questions. It's going to be a great tribulation. It's going to be funny. Yeah. Now, if you do crash the Kingdom Hall, they did nothing to better the human race during this pandemic. Yeah. Going back to the Kingdom Halls is another chance for Christian Jehovah's Witnesses to understand how Jehovah is not God.
Correct.
Jehovah is not God.
Correct. Hey, Jesse, what's up?
Hey, Gilbert, need to talk to you about this hot topic. Hot topic. Everybody's talking about it.
Okay. Now, the Jehovah's Witnesses are going to open up the Kingdom Hall, and are we going to crash it?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Jehovah's Witnesses are opening up the Kingdom Hall, everybody wants to know, are you going to go back to Kingdom Hall crashing?
Well, I got the letter from Watchtower. They'll say they'll put me in jail.
Yeah, that's true, but that was before Armageddon.
That's right.
This is the new system. We're living in a new system now. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
We're in the new system. Yeah, you could call it whatever you want. Internet of things.
The Armageddon that never came. So yeah, apostates.
Or as some people call it, Stephen Lett's wet dream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So apostates are winning. Watchtower's losing. Let's talk about that. Okay. First of all, why is the apostates winning, Watchtower losing?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to mention that to the introductory question, should you crash the Kingdom Halls?
Okay.
And you got to remember, the governing body of Jehovah's Witness, Anthony Morris, said we're at war. We're at war. Yeah. And he declared war on the apostates. Correct. So they are our enemy. And in any war, you never tell your enemy what you're going to do. So naturally, if anybody tuned into this video to see if you're going to crash the Kingdom Halls, we're not going to give the answer.
Correct.
Because then our enemy would know.
Correct.
But I would be looking. I would be in expectation.
Correct. But we're gonna talk about why it's not necessary to crash the Kingdom Halls.
Yeah, but you got to keep the parousia.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about why the apostates have the advantage.
Okay.
Like in a tennis match, we have the advantage, right?
Well, keeping up with the theme of that we're at war, which they declared on us, our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers have declared war on us. Don't ever forget that. Don't let nobody forget that. They declared war on us, their family. And and in any war, there's a give and take, a back and forth. For example, when the elders call you to a judicial committee, chances are you're going to lose that battle. You're going to lose that battle. But you're looking at winning the war. There's going to be a give and take. You're going to win some battles and you're going to lose some battles. But as far as the Kingdom Halls reopening, it's a lose-lose for Jehovah's. It's a lose. They can't win on this one. The apostates won this battle. This COVID-19 Armageddon, whatever you want to call it, this new system, this great tribulation. On this battle, the apostates won.
Correct.
Now, the apostates won.
We're going to stop right here. I'm going to put the clip. Here's Stephen Lett giving the clip of Stephen Lett saying this is the end of the end. This is Armageddon. And all of the Jehovah's Witnesses started hunkering down, thinking COVID-19 was Armageddon. Here's the clip.
The spread of this disease is distressing, to be sure. But we're really not surprised to see the world in the grip of such pestilence, are we? Jesus made it clear at Luke 21:11 that pestilence would be part of the sign of the last days. And in Revelation chapter 6, the ride of the fourth horseman includes mention of deadly plague. So the events unfolding around us are making clearer than ever that we're living in the final part of the last days, undoubtedly the final part of the final part of the last days, shortly before the last day of the last days.
Okay, now that we saw the clip, it never came true. So Stephen Lett's prophecy did not come true, just like all of the other Watchtower prophecies.
Now, here's the thing. Was he talking about a spiritual last days, or was he talking about, because there in the world, there's a reset. So was Stephen Lett telling the truth? Are they now in some kind of reset mode? And this is what we're going to find out. We won the battle. The end, Armageddon, as Jehovah's Witnesses preached, did not come. So that one we won.
Correct.
But Is Stephen Lett right? Are they in a new system? Are they in a new system of things? We're going to find out in the coming days. We don't have to go crash the Kingdom Hall, like you said, because they're going to crash themselves.
Correct. That's what
They're going to be in a revolution. Like, they're going to, the Kingdom Hall is going to be in a great tribulation.
Correct.
Yeah, they're going to be brother against brother. Now, here's the funny thing. If you go to a Kingdom Hall, starting in April 1st, April Fool's Day forward, you won't know if you're listening to the CDC, the World Health Organization, or Jehovah's Witnesses. It's going to sound alike. You won't know if you're in Mark Zuckerberg's congregation. You won't know, or if you're in the Kingdom Hall. They're going to be censoring everybody. Can you imagine a Jehovah's Witness publisher at a Kingdom Hall who's anti-V?
Correct.
And then sitting next to a sister who is 100% scared to death and is 100% masked out?
Correct. And what about the sister that you know of, a few of them that got the V, but only took one of them because they got real sick, and now she starts asking questions now that the Kingdom Hall's open, and then the elders are going to get mad because she's asking questions, and because she's not getting answers, she's going to start talking to the other women, and that's not going to be allowed. So they're creating their own tribulation. They don't need me to crash their Kingdom Hall. They've done. By them opening it up, they have.
They're going. Yeah, they're going to be Babylon the Great. Remember in my book of my Bible, my childhood Bible storybook. What was it called? My book of Bible stories. And when that guy is confused at the Tower of Babel, he didn't understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
That's what the Kingdom Hall is going to be like. It's going to be a Babel. They won't know what the heck they're talking about. And there's never going to be more censorship. So let's just mention everything you mentioned about the sister talking about the status or the face mask. And the elders are going to have to censor somebody. Something's going to have to, either they're going to parrot the worldly doctors, or they're going to preach freedom and let people talk. And Jehovah's Witnesses have never, ever, ever believed in the spirit of independence or the spirit of freedom. They're going to be censoring everybody. They're going to sound just like Facebook. They're going to sound just like social media. The censorship going on in the Kingdom Halls is going to be intense. You won't know if you're in Jehovah's house or in Joseph Stalin's house.
That's correct.
They're going to be censoring. You're not going to be allowed to talk about this. They're going to go, brothers, keep your personal opinions to yourself. Brothers, there's so many questions. It's going to be a great tribulation. It's going to be funny. Yeah. Now, if you do crash a Kingdom Hall, go in there to record it. Because there's going to be some funny shit going down. Yeah. There's going to be spiritual food like you can't believe. Salmonella tainted spiritual food going on at the Kingdom Hall. So if you do crash a Kingdom Hall, go in there to secretly record it.
Yeah, just to record it.
Don't say nothing. You don't need to say nothing. Just give them a microphone and let them hang themselves.
Yeah, let them hang themselves.
Give them rope, because they're going to be talking. They're going to be censoring each other. They're going to say, brother, you can't talk about this. Brother, you can't talk about that. And if somebody says, hey, I thought we were living in the last days, what's happening? There's going to be new light on that.
Yeah. And here, how about this one? In the 2 years now that they've been shutting down, close to 2 years, they've been Jehovah's Witnesses has been watching apostate videos, and so they're going to have questions. Jehovah's Witnesses are going to be saying, "Hey, I thought Stephen Lett said this. I thought the governing body said this."
But now the chemos, we really don't want them in the apostate community. It's better that they stay in the Kingdom Hall. Just stay in the Kingdom Hall and just secretly record. Because the apostate community is all divided as it is. We don't need no PMOs in there. Yeah. So if they really want to help out, just stay in there and record all the talks. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And maybe even record, with the camera down. Just record the conversation. Record the conversations. You don't have to, put the faces.
Or put like a camera on your mask.
Yeah. Yeah, just record the conversation, see what people are talking about. But that's the whole thing. A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses are going to want to be talking to each other at the Kingdom Hall, and they're going to be. It's going to cause so much commotion. the elders are going to wish they could go back to COVID days where everybody was at home.
Yeah. Now, here's an interesting topic that we keep talking about: the apostates winning, the apostate winning. Now, we know that probably the majority of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, probably the majority are atheists. We know that. So that's fine. But I'm not talking about the atheists. I'm talking about the ones who believe in Christ. And that's the next subject. My next subject is that going back to the kingdom halls is another chance for Christian Jehovah's Witnesses to understand how Jehovah is not God.
Correct.
Jehovah is not God.
Correct.
And during this pandemic, many Christians displayed the spirit of giving that Jesus talked about.
Correct.
Jehovah was on welfare.
Correct.
He was nowhere found during the pandemic. For 2 years, we got to witness how Jehovah did nothing. They cowered in their bunkers. They did nothing. They flirted with the mask. They flirted with social distancing. They didn't talk to each other. They didn't go out to eat. They didn't go out to dinner. These people were the epitome of the spirit of fear.
And they did not encourage each other to eat and drink from God's creation to get healthy, to combat all these diseases. So instead of trusting in God and the nutrition that He gives you via food,
they trusted in the world.
They trusted in the world. They didn't trust in Jesus. They didn't trust in God's creation, in the vitamins and the minerals and all that stuff. No. They trusted in the WEF. They trusted in the United Nations. They trusted into the CDC, and they trusted in Anthony Fauci. And whereas all across the world, there were Christians that were saying, no. We got natural remedies because we believe God has given us everything we need. Big difference.
And listen, there was a lot of Christians out there who had the spirit of charity, who were out there feeding the poor, who were out there helping their brothers, who have their churches still open, who were getting persecuted. Some of the brothers in Canada, Christian brothers, were getting thrown in jail. Some of the brothers in LA were getting sued. There was a lot of Christians who put a lot on the line to keep feeding spiritually their brothers and sisters who showed the spirit of Christ.
Correct.
Jehovah did nothing. He was AWOL during the COVID pandemic.
Correct.
And this is a point you got to beat home. You can't just, I can't just say it and then disregard it. Either I'm right or hell, I'm banished to hell.
Correct.
But Jehovah during pandemic COVID was AWOL.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, you got to I'm telling you, you got to get over this Jehovah thing, this capital J thing. It's every time that word is used, it cringes people out in the street.
Nobody gets fed. Nobody gets clothed. Bills don't get paid. Children don't get educated. The spirit of fear takes over. You bring in Jehovah, and all that happens is all the sins are kept in secret.
And also during the pandemic, Jehovah, instead of Jehovah giving food to the people, it was Donald Trump that was giving food, and Jehovah had his hand out with the food baskets.
Yes.
So it was the Trump administration. Now it's the Biden administration. They were giving food, and Jehovah had his hand out. Wow, those are the questions they need to be asking at the Kingdom Hall. Well,
Jehovah led from behind.
Yeah. So, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you're watching this,
Jesus says, if you want to be my followers, pick up your cross and follow me.
And follow Jesus, yeah. Just
Jehovah says, well, I'll fight the pandemic with you guys. You guys go first.
Okay, well, hey, we're closing in on 15 minutes, so better wrap it up.
Yeah, so I just want to say, no. The question is, do you have to crash the halls? No. They're going to crash it themselves. But if you do go, just record it, because it's going to be some funny stuff coming down.
Especially the conversations, right? The conversations before and after the meeting. Just talk to people and see what they have to say.
And they're going to be a bunch of know-it-alls. They're all going to be Monday morning quarterbacks. They're going to be armchair generals. They're going to say, in the new system, we're going to do this. In the new system, we're going to do that. Well, in the old system, we saw the war. They did nothing. They're armchair generals.
Yeah.
They're Monday morning quarterbacks. They are nothing. They
That's
did
true.
nothing to better the human race during this pandemic.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And that's like my video I did about a year ago, where it said, you can't have paradise on earth because here you have people who are, quote, worldly, unquote, and they're over here building paradises, with the land, and they did it here in this system. And Jehovah's
Right.
Witnesses are always talking about the new system in a future day to come. Meanwhile, they're on the government take, getting food from the government, and preaching of a better days to come. And
Exactly.
they don't do anything to make today a better day. Crazy.
No.
So yeah.
They did nothing to better their brother's lot in life.
Hey,
Nothing.
I'm working on my new studios. So did you like it? I sent you a picture.
Yeah, I love the studio. I love the Hindenburg. Is that the Hindenburg?
Yeah, the Hindenburg and the Kool-Aid guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Kool-Aid guy. Yeah.
Gotta
Total
love our
70s.
gotta love our presidents. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, you got Neville Chamberlain?
No, not yet.
Oh, no, yeah, Neville Chamberlain.
No.
Didn't he run some survey company?
Yeah, never. Oh, yeah, the guy from Great Britain. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Gilbert.
I'll let you go.
We'll talk to you later, man. Bye.